Hey everyone, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for clicking in. If you're returning, thanks for returning. I'm doing a voiceover today, so I'm sorry if it doesn't quite match up with the video. But as you can see, we're back to working on our cereal box junk journal. When I recorded this video, you can't really hear me. And you know it's a bad thing when you were annoyed at your own self because you can't hear yourself. I'm sitting there going through my editing and just getting really annoyed that I can't hear me, which means you can't hear me. So we're doing a voiceover. So I apologize if it doesn't quite match up with what you see in the video, but I was able to put in a third signature, as you can see, and I have some unique features in each one. This one has that random yellow paper in it. This signature has 2 of the book pages. Each one has 1 book page. This one has 2 book pages in it. As you can see, I'm having trouble finding where I put it, but there are 2. There they are. There they are. There's 2. And then this one has a not junk mail, but a old mailing envelope. I think it was either from a bill or something, but I stuck that in there. And then I inked it. I was going to tea stain it, but I got lazy and didn't want to make a whole bunch of tea just for that, so I just inked it all over. So I have some fun stuff that I want to create to stick in it. I have this envelope here. It's one of those ones made from the parchment paper that I do have a whole video of me making. Some journaling cards, a couple of tags I made. I don't know that we'll mess with all of this stuff. That's going to be a pocket. And then we're going to also work on another larger journaling card. And that journaling card is going to go in this envelope. This is one of those parchment paper envelopes, and I Mod Podged a piece of napkin onto it, which I'll show you a little bit later, that napkin, and it's still drying, but that card right there with the Eiffel Tower on it is going to go in that envelope, and we're going to glue on some embellishments to that card. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm telling you right now because I don't remember, but something about the book. See, this is why I don't like doing voiceovers. I don't know. Oh, I'm talking about what I'm going to do for the cover. That sticker is from Dollar Tree. They come in I think they come like 6 in the pack. They're really cool. I'm going to glue that onto the cover, but I want to add something like maybe some lace or some kind of ribbon or something. And then I showed you in the last video I did with this that I have those metal corner protectors. So I'll be putting those on, but I'm going to wait until I complete what I do on the inside panels. So I think I'm finally going to move this stuff over, and we're actually going to work on it. I forgot to ink the heart. So if today's July 3rd, well, it was July 3rd when I filmed this, which was actually yesterday, and it was 104 degrees. And at that time I was doing this video, it was still morning, but it was already hot outside. So I was trying to film quickly so that I didn't melt while I was filming. And also, today is, if you're in the U.S., it is our Independence Day. It is the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July for those of you who celebrate it here in the U.S. So yeah, I don't know where else you would celebrate it, but if you're from the United States, but you're not in the country and you're celebrating it somewhere else, anyway, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. Hopefully you're having a good time with your friends and family. I really want a hot dog. Like, as soon as the 4th of July comes around, I feel like I want a hot dog. Like, I need to have a barbecued hot dog. Anyone else feel that way? I do. Okay, so now we're going to glue some stuff on there. That flower, that purple flower, I got at a craft store probably many years ago, and it's kind of like a paper, like almost like a soft sort of paper. It's very pretty. You can't really tell on camera. The paper, I think I'm going to show you that in a minute, or if I haven't already showed you that. I might have, and I missed it because I was talking, but it's the same paper that's on the spine of the book. And then, of course, the ribbon is from Dollar Tree. So, yeah. I'm thinking about making more of these, as I really like them. Maybe having a stock of the covers for it. So And I don't remember if I told you guys that the paper I used with that Eiffel Tower on it, I can't remember the name of the pack. I need to go back to that store, but it was a little craft store, not your corporate one, just a little one here where I live called Creative Escapes, and it was a really nice paper pack. So I wanted to use it, and I'm telling you guys, I found a cobweb on my glue gun when I went to use it, which tells you how long it has been since I picked up my glue gun. Most everything I do ends up being done with the art glitter glue. And I cut most of it out, but my glue gun jammed. It was so stocked up with stuff because I keep forgetting to unplug it, and I've actually left it sitting plugged in like overnight. So we're letting the glue gun heat up more because I thought that it wasn't hot enough, but later on you'll see where it jammed, and you'll see that I cut to a whole other section because I cut out me in the background trying to clean the gun. So this is going to be the pocket, and I'm adding the paper there to it so it's not so flat against the inside cover, so that I don't have too much trouble tucking stuff in to it. And I kind of ended up gluing this on probably in a lot more difficult way than was necessary, but it gets on there just fine anyway. And I think it's going to be good to tuck stuff in. I don't know what I'll tuck in there. We'll find something. I'm sure I've got something in my stash that we can tuck in there. I'm thinking I may try to sell this once it's complete on my Etsy shop. So when I finish this, and if I've made that decision, I will drop the link for my Etsy shop in there in case any of you are interested in purchasing this book. So today is a Thursday. Again, as I said, it's the 4th of July. It's hot today too. It was yesterday, I said it was 104. Today it's going to be about 100. It's going to be a really hot summer here in the U.S. We're going to have a really hot summer. I'm not looking forward to that. I think I might have to look into something to cool my room down because it gets pretty miserable in here. I have single pane windows, you guys, so my room turns into an oven. One of these days I should try bringing some food in here and seeing if it literally cooks in my room, because I feel like this room gets hot enough to cook food just on a table or in a cup, just sitting in the room. It's so hot in here. My dad has a little AC unit in the living room, but that thing is not designed to heat an entire house, so it didn't really bring the temperature down. But you can see how that pocket is not so flat. And one of the reasons I do that is because sometimes if the pocket is really flat, when you try to put stuff in there that's thicker, I've had where I've accidentally ripped my pocket off. So was going to put a flower there, decided not to because I didn't actually want to cover the flowers on that paper are really, really pretty. So just adding a little more ink on the side there. My Tim Holtz ink. I don't know what I would do without my Tim Holtz antique wax ink. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the journaling card, and so cleaning up here, trying to clear off that piece of gunk that came out of my gun, but now the gun works. But I had skipped out the part where I spent, I think, probably 5 minutes trying to get the gunk out of it. Don't be me, you guys. Unplug your glue gun, clean it regularly. It's actually important that you do that. And then I kind of had a gluing snafu, so in a minute you'll see it'll kind of have a little blink in it again where I skipped. I was trying to put in a nice transition for you guys, but for some reason my editing software wouldn't let me. So one of these days when I have a bit more money to spend, I may have to upgrade my editing software so I can bring you better edited videos. Not photos, although better edited photos for the thumbnail would probably be great, but better edited videos. I'm sticking that ribbon. I wanted it to go underneath the other ribbon, and I probably should have glued that on first to do that, but I didn't because I'm Carrie and I do everything the Carrie way. So, and I'm pointing at my scissors because I couldn't find them. They were right there in front of me, and yet for some reason I couldn't find my scissors. I don't know. It was hot, and I was melting, and my brain wasn't functioning right. It was like putty in my head. So we're just gonna kind of glue it on. I have some other ideas of things I'm gonna make coming up here. I watch videos on YouTube and I get inspiration from people. And like I've said before, you know, if something inspires me and I try to make that something similar to what I was inspired by, I always give credit to the original creator. So I will do that. So that's going to be coming, and I'm just really liking doing these junk journals. And then I have another composition notebook journal that I'm going to do. It's going to be different. It's going to be slightly different from the last one. So that'll be coming. And it feels nice to have content again. There, looks good. And you didn't even see the part where I had to pull it off and redo it. So I really need to stop putting stuff away while I'm on camera. So we're going to do some stamps. I have some stamps I want to put on here to embellish it. And these stamps, I'm pretty sure all of these sets, maybe not the one with like the little postage looking stamps, not the stamps one, but that one there came from somewhere else. But anyway, we're going to stamp some stuff on there. I love that you can get these stamps at Dollar Tree. You get some of the nice stuff there. The only problem I have is that when I go to Dollar Tree, I forget that I already have it, and I'll end up coming home with, like, you know, another one, and I'll end up having like 3 sets of the same stamps. So, and I'm just going to use my Tim Holtz antique vintage photo, not antique wax, vintage photo. I can't even keep straight what craft items I'm using to stamp this. So I may, if I can't get my microphone to pick up my voice very well, and I can't seem to get myself to stop mumbling, I may just do voiceovers from here on out. But I'm just let you know, this is my normal, you know, talk too fast and mumble. So I'll try to get it so you can hear me, because there's no point in you not being able to hear me. Unless I want to make it one of those ASMR videos and all you hear is the sound of my craft tools. But if that means having to do voiceovers, which I don't like to do, just so you guys can hear me, then I'll do more voiceovers. Just know that I'm not going to make it sound like it's perfect. You're gonna get what you get pretty much right now, and that's me. And yeah, so that looks about done. They came out really well. I'll show more of that when I do the video where I put in the actual pocket for it. So now we're going to add that little parchment paper pocket in there. I think I'm going to put it on, I put it on one of those, like what looks like the wood looking paper. That came off Amazon. It's actually like a printer paper, but an IT stained it. So I'm going to glue it around the outside of it, right around there, so that I can have 2 pockets, actually, out of this one pocket. I like making the parchment paper envelopes. And I know I have some in my stash, but they didn't match this paper pack. And I put a few more things in the basket to use. I may use one of those brown paper bags in there that you've seen me mess around with. And then I have some pieces of the craft envelopes that I had made some ephemera pockets out of, which I think I also have a video of. I'll link some of these videos for you in this, so you can see the ones with the pockets. So I can, but when I made the pockets out of the envelopes, I had cut a piece of that off, and I kept those pieces, and I'm going to use it maybe in here to make another pocket. I'm just going to put pockets everywhere, all over the place, nothing but pockets. Actually, that's something else I'm thinking about doing, is creating another junk journal, maybe with one of these same type covers. See, you can see where I have the 2 pockets. And just make the inserts, the signatures, out of nothing but old mailing envelopes. Thought that might be kind of interesting to do. So I'm really liking how this is turning out. And I've got the tags here. And I am intending on eventually putting in holes in the eyelets. And these are some more journaling cards I was trying to figure out what to do with. And I end up deciding to make one into a pocket here, which you'll see in a minute. I promise you, you will see it. There we go. See? I moved it, as I realized you couldn't see it. I'm probably about the goofiest crafter you will ever watch on the internet. Like, I am so discombobulated. And I appreciate everyone who's just willing to watch me anyway. You know, because, yeah, I don't really have it together most days. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay not to have it together some days. So I'm just going to get my circle punch, and I'm going to punch out a little divot, and then I'm going to attach that to my book. I don't know why it takes me so long to do that. I realize when I do voiceovers and I'm watching myself trying to do these voiceovers, it takes me an awfully long time to do anything in these videos. And I must drive you guys nuts, going, will you just punch it? Why does it take you so long to find your stuff? I'm sorry, guys. I will try to have my stuff. I mean, my stuff is actually right next to me most of the time. But still, I feel like I take forever just to reach down and get it. And I can't even use the excuse that was filmed on a day it was really hot, because I do that even on days when I was filming when it was winter and it was cold. So, yeah, zero excuses. And I like how that pocket turned out. So, I don't exactly know what I'll do with that other piece. But I think this will look good with one of those tags in it. And I realized that I thought I had a lot more to show you in this video, but I don't. I do want to find a way to hook a charm on the back of this. I'm thinking about putting like 2 holes with an eyelet, and then maybe attaching something to those 2 holes so that I can hang stuff off of it, like a piece of elastic or string or something like that to go there. So I'm afraid if I attach it to the strings on the spine, they won't be strong enough to hold something up, because they're not stitched in there in a manner that where they're strong enough to hold the weight of a charm. So we'll figure something out, because I do really want to have a charm on there, like just right there. See, why is it taking me so long to tell you about those holes? Like, you don't need to hear about those holes for like 5 full minutes. Yeah. See, again, I'm still talking about the holes. I think it's because I'm thinking out loud as I'm talking about the holes. I don't know. I'm not a normal person, you guys. I'm not. Well, I'm normal, but my normal doesn't appear normal to anyone else. So now I think I'm going to put the corners on the back cover. That's that envelope again that my mom podged the napkin to. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to put it in this book. I can attach it to one of these pages, or I can just, make it look nice and then tuck it into the pocket in the back. Who knows? But like I mentioned before, I used a napkin piece. I got these napkins off Amazon. It actually has a Paris theme to it, and I thought it would be pretty, attached to that envelope. And maybe I'll attach some of it to one of the pages inside the book too. So, yeah. We're almost through with this video, guys. Just bear with me. This video is like, I think, 23 minutes long. So, but I did well with the pages, and then with the signatures. Each of the signatures have one of these pretty papers in it, and they were a digital download from, I believe her name is LavenderBlu. I'll try to get that link in there at the bottom, but she's someone who follows me. I'm assuming she's seen my videos, and she's someone who follows me on X, and she does these digital downloads, I believe, on Etsy. And they're really pretty. So I've got a couple of different ones I downloaded, and I just use one in each signature. So, yeah. So yeah, and like I said, I'm thinking about making some more of these covers because I like them, and if you saw the stash of cereal boxes I've had, I have enough to make at least 3 or 4 more. And then I can just have them on hand to make junk journals when I want to. Maybe I'll make some smaller size ones and stuff like that. Maybe I'll make interesting shapes out of it. And then I put the tag in. I'm going to punch holes in them in a minute. I was trying to come up with more to do for you guys because I realized that I didn't have as much out as I thought I would have. So, and I put some eyelets into that after I ended this video. So, and then I'll show you guys all of that in the next video I do with this, because I'm going to add the ribbon and the holes and stuff like that. So I have a couple other things that I want to mess around with, which I mentioned earlier. So, yeah. And I keep showing you guys the cover. I wish I could remember what I was saying. I don't remember. And I think now I'm going to do the metal corners. And these came off Amazon. I've had these before. They came off Amazon. I thought I used them on the composition notebook junk journal. But I can't remember. I'd have to go look at it, but they're metal, you just put them on, and then you'll see me for the next 2-3 minutes messing around, squeezing them onto the notebook so they stay in place. And I'm too much of a perfectionist, so I mess with it for far longer than is necessary, trying to get these to look perfect. Again, don't be me. Nothing has to look perfect. It's a junk journal. It's supposed to look like junk. I don't know why I'm must be perfect, must be perfect. You do you, don't do me. So, and then once I finish what I'm going to do with the front cover, then I'll put the other ones on the front cover. But I promise you, I believe after this video ends, and you'll be free of this nonsense. Unless you like my nonsense. If you like my nonsense, then please stay. But I've used these corners on a lot of different notebooks in the past. And they're really great too if you didn't intend on using one and you messed up the corners of your notebook. Those hide messed up corners beautifully. Yeah. So there we go. I think it's turning out really well, and I'm excited to see what else I can put in here and show you guys. I'm hoping to make it so that I don't have to do voiceovers, because I'm really bad at these voiceovers, you guys. But anyway, I think we're finally coming to the end of the video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to come back and see more, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. And I'm just loving this notebook and looking forward to doing more with it. And just remember, I'm just me helping myself and others. Sorry, you guys, I'm way out of sync with this because I have no idea where I'm at, and I have no idea what I'm saying right now. I'm just me helping myself and others. Oh, for God's sakes, Carrie, hurry it up. Myself and others. One DIY at a time. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.